What is up? I am Shiko.
I'm Yam.
And I'm Gadani.
And this is
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Hey, sawa
Whoa.
R&B Gadoni.
Oh, I gotta get it from the boys to
Damn.
men trauma. Yeah. Anyway,
Huh. In a falsetto like baby. I don't know why I'm singing that
Yeah.
song right now.
Okay. I'm just like, what
Yeah,
is
when you said
happening?
R&B, that's the song that came to my mind.
of all the songs in the
It's an
world.
immediate no
Anyway,
for me. Yeah.
same sis.
How y'all doing? How we living? How we feeling? Kadani, what is up in your
I just want
world?
to take this moment to tell you guys I told you so. I
No,
told you
first of
so.
all, let's not even start
Hold
this
on.
story right
No,
now.
because this needs to be discussed. We had a whole time for episodes upon episodes. Okay, I can pull up the receipts where y'all were like, we need a new spin song, people are tired. And I said no, me and my people want to keep this spin song. You said no, every episode you'll get a new one. And still I fought it because in my heart, okay, in my heart I knew
In your heart.
Jesus had told me I was onto something. Now
No,
this
please.
week,
Now you're doing too much. What do you mean
She
Jesus? I
brought
told
Jesus.
you.
Jesus
She brought Jesus into it.
Jesus said, my daughter, okay? Please.
No. Please, Gadani.
Now,
No.
please, it's my testimony. Don't interrupt my testimony. Okay? This
That
week,
was it so
okay,
good.
we are just searing, okay? Searing, living our lives willy nilly. Then we see a notification. Elaine wants to send
Because
you. Elaine wants to send you a message. What has she done? She has reposted us singing the spin song that you guys wanted to cancel. Would you have had this
we
moment
made it
if
to
it
Elaine's
wasn't from me?
story.
You're welcome. You see, I have a vision, and you need to trust my vision because I'm being spoken to
Okay.
directly by the Spirit. Holy, tune, tune, tune. Do you hear the organ? Tin, tin, tin. Oh, glory! Praise dance, praise dance. Tune, 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 tune,
Ooh,
tune.
what a
Where's my piano
stomping.
guy, guys? When I
Wow.
tell you guys what to do,
Oh,
don't
that's
judge
me.
me.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, where's my piano? And when God, ting, 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 says, ting, 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 keep the spin song, ting,
Dee-dee-dee.
don't doubt him. Bing. Okay?
Praise him. Nyam, you're the choir master.
Beep, 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 beep. Praise him. Praise him. Praise him. Ha, 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 praise him. Do, praise him. Ha,
In the
ha,
morning,
ha, praise him. Ha,
in the
ha, ha,
noontime,
praise
in the
him. Praise him.
evening.
Ha,
Please,
ha, praise
Muniache na my spin song. I don't
him.
want to be, don't come at me. When I tell you guys to do something to the podcast, don't ask me why. Say how high. If I say jump, say how high. Because it's because it's
Kadani.
Jesus.
she said, don't ask me anything
She
about the
said,
podcast. When I tell
yeah,
you about the podcast,
yeah.
tell me how high.
Yes,
She said, I
you should.
am now your favorite dictator.
I
Wow.
am.
She said, Simon says.
I am Simon. Who's Simon? Simon is me. Okay. Simon said we need to. I have broken the Simon glass
So we have
ceiling. Okay,
Simon,
I have broken it.
we have
The glass
Simon,
ceiling for
we have
Simon.
John.
Yeah, we need to give you something.
Now it's just me. Who do I
I
need to
thought I
be?
thought you were Matthew.
Jezebel.
She can't be Matthew. She didn't even know he was a disciple. Jesus. Please. I just want you to know. Simon says is now with a woman. I've broken the glass ceiling. Thank you. That's all I have for you.
Wow.
Don't that
Good.
have the
Congratulations.
direct line
So
with
Congrats.
in if you
Jesus.
haven't been keeping up, what Gadoni is talking about is our spin song, like a record spin,
It's
spin, spin,
ours.
spin.
Wow.
Yay.
Okay.
It's ours
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
We've claimed.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up your face.
I have receipts. That's all I want you to know.
Anyway,
I have receipts.
we were talking about it on our Instagram, and I was like, it would be my dream if Elaine reacted to our spin song. And I happened to just put a comment saying you guys tag Elaine with a tag for aha. What did she do? Put it on her stories. Our life was made. When I tell you that day, I was screaming in my house. I've never been, you could have thought it was literally Beyonce in my life. Aline is my Beyonce, period.
If I love you. I was so
What?
excited.
It was like my whole childhood was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Is this real life? I all of a sudden heard all the rhythms in my head. They all just came out.
Hey, they said
I
pull
was like,
up.
finally we found the love of a lifetime. Hey, what's
What
the
a
next one?
throwback.
Me coulda, woulda, never made it
Without you,
without you.
I never made it
Hey.
without you. If I love you like I love me, and if I treat you like
Nyam,
I
you're too Barbie for this
treat me,
conversation.
oh,
She's looking at us like she
what
has
a
no
world,
idea what is
what a
going
world.
on.
Nyam is here for only one thing,
Hey,
Kanye. What do you want us to
what's
sing,
the other
please?
one? Baby, you, baby, you, baby, you make me feel, baby, you, don't show my fantasy.
Hey,
Way.
my guy,
Wow,
we were
wow.
living our best lives.
Nyam, I'm about to
Congrats.
send you an Elaine soundtrack.
Yeah, I think you
Playlist.
just need to, honestly.
Sijui we start a playlist on
Please.
Spotify. I don't know. Oh my god.
Honestly, okay, Kiasi Elaine playlist. It's happening. I'm doing
Let's
it.
go.
By the time this episode comes out,
Yes,
it will be there.
we're ready.
For
Love
sure.
it.
For
Playlist.
sure.
For you guys who are like Nyam who don't understand the hype. Anyway.
But anyway,
God.
Nyam, how was your week?
My week was good. It's been a bit hectic in terms of student support. Assignments are we're at the end of the semester, so people are finalizing on their assignments. So it's been heavy in that sense. Also, I'm one of those fake Kenyans who wait last minute to file their taxes. So it's also been a hectic spreadsheet time. But other than that, it's been
What's the
good.
due
It's
date?
been good. 30th,
Tomorrow.
30th of June. So yeah, that's what's been happening in my life. Yeah, but I'm good. Otherwise, I have a big fat scar on my thigh because now with my CrossFit movements, I've introduced contact. So for like snatches and cleans, you have to bring like the bar. It like has contact on your thigh. Let me just tell you, I look like I was attacked by a monster. Hey, and you know I'm a light skin, so I have major bruising. Actually, anyway, I was like, maybe I'm training to be a cougar in BDSM. Who knows? Maybe
Oh
there's
my
some
god.
multiple
How did you go
uses.
from contact in CrossFit to being a cougar?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I've accepted
goodness.
my
Also,
lot.
who are you?
Oh.
Expect that from me. Who the hell are you?
I think you have too much influence on
I'm about
me.
to be called. I'm about to be
Yeah,
called
I
and told you are
said
spoiling your sisters.
perhaps.
Please.
Yeah, I think now I'm ready to explore the Cougar BDSM world based on my fitness routines.
Jesus.
Wow.
Ah,
Nyam gets a
anyway.
bruise. Her whole life has
Yeah,
changed.
she's like, I feel like I have a calling I didn't know about. I feel like I should be like what are they called? Not subs. What's the opposite of a sub? A dom. She's like, I have unlocked a dom like style. I've just ordered my whips on Amazon. You know, I don't know what's happening.
You know what's so wild is I hate it, but I am that person who changes my whole life based on like a moment. Like that game I have, drunk, stoned, or something. I forget what the third one is. So
What?
they had this
That's a
card.
card game.
Yeah, drunk,
Yeah, it's a
stoned,
card game.
something.
So
What's
there's
the
a
other thing you
card
can think?
of someone who goes to another country to find themselves, and everyone was like, "That's 100% Nyam."
Is that why your name is Eat Pray?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Only she
also,
didn't go to Bali, she went to Thailand. Did she go to
She
Thailand
did
in your name?
for her 30th
it's
birthday.
the same
She
WhatsApp. It's
came.
the same WhatsApp. I
Wow.
mean,
She
Asia,
showered it. She went and
East.
dipped into the ocean. She said, I have found myself. I saw an elephant.
But
Are
see, we
there
can't
elephants
judge
there?
you. Who am I
I
to
ate an
judge?
insect in the
I watch a
market.
show
Thank
and
you.
I'm like, hello?
Thank you.
I can't be here to judge.
Actually, me,
I
I can.
can't.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Anyhow, I'm basic like that, and it is what it is. My whole life has changed after a scar, and I'm also going to be that person who is like, am I really this person?
When you're making your order, tell me. I can add up. Nyongeze zangu, thanks.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to to commit.
Nyam would never order
Anyway,
that stuff on
Of course
Amazon though.
not.
how would you day?
Where it can be tracked to me,
No,
even.
because even if it
Oh,
You've
never,
announced it
even a
publicly
leather
that
top, I'm like,
even a leather top, she's like, I can't. She'll send you, Gadoni. She'll be like, Gadoni, no, I had this thing. You have to buy
okay,
for me.
send me the list of what you want for your new persona. I'll do it for you. Don't
I
worry.
don't even
I'm your
want.
friend,
First,
Agasha.
First, I
Agasha.
haven't even worn the one full leather dress I have in my wardrobe. Let's just start there.
And when you do, please post that picture. I'm waiting. I'm
We are
ready.
really waiting.
I'm just waiting for the opportunity.
There are so many opportunities.
Life
You are so
is the
fake.
opportunity.
Oh,
Today never. What was I going to say? Tomorrow is a new day. No,
tomorrow's never
tomorrow never
promised.
comes. Tomorrow is never promised.
Not
You
both
said
of you
tomorrow
giving us
never
Mission
comes.
Impossible ninis.
Chico said tomorrow never comes.
Both of you. Are you Tom Cruise?
No, me, I said tomorrow's never promised.
You
That's an
said
actual thing.
Mission Impossible tomorrow never comes. You said Mission
Oh, speaking
Impossible
of Tom
tomorrow is
Cruise,
not promised.
speaking
Kwenda
of Tom
wewe.
Cruise, I was watching this documentary about
Scientology.
Bruce. What's his name?
Oh, Willis.
Bruce Willis. The documentary was talking about how it wasn't actually about him. It was about, oh, you know what? It was about this guy called Randall. He's an ex to one of the reality stars that I watch. You remember Lisa Vanderpump? This
Yes.
one I think you know.
The one you met in the streets of
She has
Los
her own
Angeles.
show. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm with you.
When she has her own show
Okay.
that talks about her servers at her restaurant.
Mhm.
Now, one of those servers, she was actually a host, but irrelevant. She was married to this Hollywood producer. And this Hollywood producer is known to film like low budget horror films. Um, but he was filming a movie with Bruce Willis. And you know, Bruce Willis has that nene. Oh, I don't know what his
Dementia.
disease is. Dementia or
It's dementia.
what's the other one with an A? It's dementia.
He has dementia. His is dementia, not.
Okay, so they were talking about Parkinson's.
Please
Okay,
immediately
let
stop.
me
Just
not
stop.
pretend like.
Stop.
Thank
Yeah.
you. He was. Yeah, leave me alone.
She held it in for 5 seconds. Then she was like, lol.
She couldn't do it anymore. How this producer was taking advantage of him and his disease because he would forget lines and stuff like that, and it made me so upset. Anyway,
Alzheimer's is the word you're
thanks for
looking
coming
for.
to my TED talk. That one.
Not Parkinson's, please.
Regardless, it sucks.
It does.
You're right.
Okay, so what did this
That
have
is
to do with
the
Tom Cruise?
takeaway.
Because see, Tom Cruise and Bruce Willis are practically, practically the same.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wow.
What you have done is really
Said
wasted
old
our
white
time.
actor.
Action. She said action movie. Old white. Same. Sorry.
Wow.
Sawa, you're
Okay.
bored.
Thanks.
You're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my story.
How's your week, Madame
Okay.
Tom Cruise? Well,
My week was made by Elaine. Other than that, I think I don't really have anything else going on. Um, it's been good. Last week, mom was here, so this week I've just taken time to like relax and just chill and everything. Um, I have visitors coming in. Christian's aunt and uncle are coming to visit this weekend from Michigan. So
Happy
they're
4th.
gonna be here tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's why they're coming. 4th of July. It's a long weekend. It's not a long weekend. It's on Tuesday, but you might as well just take Monday off. So they're gonna be here till Tuesday. So we'll be going around the city of Atlanta,
I'm so sad.
just
Do you know I still remember your burgers
doing
from last year?
things.
Man,
My burgers. Oh yeah, last year I threw a 4th of July party.
man.
Threw
Yeah.
down on the grill.
With those onion
It
ninis.
was so
What are those
good.
things called?
The crispy
Yeah, man.
onions.
The crispy French
Wow.
And your
onions.
special sauce that you make over
Yeah.
there.
This could be you, but you're playing. Come to my house.
And the truffle chili.
At least the truffle chili Nyam has in her house. Go
But she
visit.
I
doesn't
do.
have the secret sauce. Are you going to tell her how to do the secret sauce for your
Did I
burgers?
make a secret
That
sauce?
one you
Yeah,
have to go
sauce.
to
I don't know what you
Atlanta.
That one, it was Mother God than you. I'm telling you. I made it. I can never recreate things. This is why I write things down.
did. Okay.
Nyam
So,
Bubra.
It is my time.
It is my time.
Actually, it's Katali's time, but pop off.
Please. It's not about you anymore. Like a
It didn't
rocket
sound-
Wait.
me, yeah.
No,
I like
it
Spin
will.
me,
Okay, I'm spinning now.
Me,
It's
Spin,
not
spin,
giving me
spin,
sound,
spin.
but
Me, yeah.
it's
me,
alright.
me,
You're singing.
I don't need no
twist me,
secret,
twist
no
me, turn me
MP3.
like crazy.
Like how we went to different parts of the song.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't need no CD, no MP3. Those are lines. Those bars are fire.
Bars on bars.
Fire.
So fed up with
Whoa.
technology. Computer loving is not for me. On brand,
not
actually,
for
because I
me.
deleted my Bumble
Hey.
account. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Yeah.
Why did you delete it?
Because have you seen how many people? Let me tell you what happened. We were in Nairobi, and then I saw the third person, I knew them. Okay. The sixth person, I knew them. The seventh person was the sixth person's brother. I said, please, Jesus, I can't do this.
Wow.
I'm only putting it back when I come to Atlanta. Travel mode is the only mode I'm a be on that app. Because
You
Nairobi
know too
mode,
many people in Nairobi
that's
streets.
wild. I'm like, out of 20 people, I know 17. Oh my God. And the three that the other ones I swiped left because what? And then no, it's even that someone I knew from a long time ago swiped on me. And I was just like, ew, not like that, bro. Ugh. Ugh.
But you must have swiped
Anyway.
on them to see that they swiped on you, no?
No, because sometimes they show you, what is it that they show you? I don't know what it is. I think when
You're
I was
missing a
threatening to
match.
leave, they were like, this person. Yeah, you know when you're told you are missing. Oh, you know
First of
what
all,
it is?
Nyam
It's
had
that
such a
thing.
good match when she was in Atlanta.
It's that thing
Remember?
for when you swipe left,
Fake.
left, right, whatever it is. When you swipe, they tell you missed a match. You know that thing where, like, if someone had matched with you,
Oh,
and
right.
Shiko, you are not in this place.
I actually don't.
Anyway,
This
so
is
what
not my
happens is
struggle.
you swipe, but then if you get to someone who you swipe no on and then swiped yes on you, it tells you missed a match. That's what happened. That's how I found out. I said, brother,
I don't know why
in
we are
Christ,
pretending like Shiko
why are
doesn't
you
know
swiping right on
when
me?
she was swiping for me.
When she was unswiping.
She could just take my phone and she would match with every Asian American on the app.
By the way,
Be
she
like,
just
oh,
wanted
he's in
Asian
finance.
Americans.
This chick
She
is
said
wild.
yes.
No, but let me tell you, Asians are so attractive. Like those Koreans, like B2S.
Girl,
B2S,
let me tell you, you are right.
What are they called? Not B2S.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't want to pretend to know their name. But you're right.
What are those boys called?
I'm even on.
BTS. BTS. They just like Koreans have this swag.
Let me
about
tell you,
them, Korean
and
men.
them on TikTok, when they do that thing for, let me tell you, my favorite thing to watch on TikTok, when these Korean boys, okay, men's, are like just there in their glasses, and then they do red light, and then just muscles. Oh my God. Guys,
Okay,
I'm about
Have
to
you
be
seen the
an
transformation
exchange
of all,
student.
even on the Indians? Because you remember I was swiping on Indians and Yam was like, I don't want an
Yeah.
Indian.
Yeah, the babies would have
But
been cute.
Indians are so attractive too. And even those men on TikTok, you know, the ones who, same thing with you, no light, they're like in a suit or whatever. This is how I look going to IT or what. I don't know why I said IT. That's very.
Wow, what a racist bitch.
This chick said all the Asians are in IT.
No, but I get it, Chico. Those ones who are like me during the day, and then they do
Please,
a switch,
guys.
and you're just seeing tattoos like this.
Tattoos head to
Oh
toe.
yeah, they
You're
have the
like,
neck tattoo. You're just
wow.
like Sidri lawyer going to court. They do hua. Hey, Jesus. Guys, I'm about to be an exchange student and I'm not in school. Do you understand? What's that thing when you go and become a nanny in another country? What's the word?
Oh, an
An au
au
pair.
pair.
Mimi huyo or parent I? Listen. Hey, if you hear I have bought a ticket to hey, don't joke with me. Those men, praise the Lord.
Anyway, we have
And
really
also thank God for
digressed.
Steam
TikTok.
Back to
bags.
Because
the wheel.
access, we have gotten access. Anyway, what did we land on?
Back to the wheel.
Anyway, we landed on repeat. So, what are y'all listening to?
I don't want to see the no
I'm
MP3.
listening to this man on TikTok.
Catherine,
Anyway,
you're so
Actually, that's
wild.
a good question. What have I been listening to this week?
actually, what have I been listening to? I think I've fallen in love with Asha again. Nyam likes to.
Oh, you caught
But
up?
not the new. Hey, so corrupt. Oh, got me feeling corrupt. I don't know what it is. And then the other day, yesterday, 2 days ago, I rediscovered Janet Jackson. Let me tell you, all music is just so fire. Anyway, I want to quote. Do I quote you, Nyam? Nyam says she thanks God for Happies because there's something that Asha in that season did with his music that was magical. Okay, so
Did she thanks God for what?
herpes, herps. Do you remember when it was headlines?
Oh, wow.
Not herps.
Herps. Remember that time it was just headlines and whatever. But that's when he did songs like so. The song is Good Kisser, okay? Do 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 doom doom. So every time Nyam is just like,
Hey,
man,
Good Kissa is
I
a
don't
I
think I'm in
jam.
thank
the
God
world
for
gonna kiss a lot
Happies.
of girls, but I guess.
Do 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 doom doom. Let me tell you. Oh my God. So on repeat is Happies, Asha and Janet Jackson specifically
Love that.
at the time in the moment.
Nice.
Thank you.
Gathani, I mean, Nyambura, what are you listening to? What are your confessions this week?
So, this week I mean, I have my standard when I'm driving to work, gospel inspiration music. Um, so the difference this time is that we visited our little brother Kevin the other day, and he was playing some really nice music in the house. And so he shared with me one of his daily mixes. So it's been introducing me to a lot more like Afrobeats-ish gospel inspiration type music. So I mean, I already listened to like called out music, but they just have like a bit more variety. So that's been interesting to listen to. But in preparation for blankets, I've also been listening to a playlist that someone put on Spotify. Yeah, so I've been
Who's
listening
going
to
to be
like
at blankets this time?
Calligraph.
Maya Amolo,
Nameless.
Costa Ojuang, Nameless,
Yeah, so
Nameless.
you can bet our brother will be there
Calligraph
in the front with his durag on and his
Calligraph
sunglasses.
Records.
You have to
Yes.
take a picture
I
of
have
him.
to. I'm so excited. Actually, let
Calligraph
me find out if he has
Jones,
to be there.
Ben Soul. So I'm just hyping myself for I've been hyping myself for the jams, for the music. I'm really excited.
For
Oh, the
nameless, so
mushrooms
mannerless.
also.
Whoa, woman, you're so beautiful. Hey,
Hey, yeah, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
actually,
Gonna be so leery. I'm just praying that Nameless brings all the people he has ever even done a remix or featuring because the leeriness on the. Oh, am I ready?
it's
Anyway,
gonna be good.
Sidri, if I'm
You know
calling
what
in
we should
sick
do?
that
We
day
should put
after,
together. We should put together a gospel like morning praise mix, because I've also been discovering a lot of like American artists whose style is like more, because I'm into the like the R&B stuff. But like when you were talking about the Afro beats, like Christian gospel stuff, like there's very cool like R&B type gospel music that I've been listening to. It comes on my like Spotify every so often. We should do a comba, a combi.
Me, I'll add
Combi.
hip hop,
Yeah, I love it.
Spotify,
I also listen.
hip hop Christian music, because there's some like this trappy type.
Really though?
You know, this fast trap. Me, let me tell you, I'll send you a song. Munaniangalianga, if you think I don't know. When it comes to Jesus, I can hip hop. It's the one of the world I don't like.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I typically listen to like R&B and hip hop gospel, but now nimeona Gadhani has that covered.
Kadhani,
She
I need
said I
that
can
quote.
hip hop
Quote on a
for
t-shirt.
Jesus.
Oh, it's the hip, the hop, the hippity. Don't play with me.
Because Gadhani is not a hip hop head, but if you know the hip
Let me
hop for
tell you,
Jesus,
it's
Lord
TikTok
bless
did
you.
it.
We love it.
Mm.
Super.
So, me, I've been listening to a lot of country music. I don't know what it is about when the sun comes out and I have those shorts on. I just feel like I need to be frolicking in a farm listening to country music in my blue truck. Like, that's just my vibe right now. And I've been listening to a lot of
Straw
Morgan
in your nini.
Wallen. Um,
Will you put the straw?
Straw in my mouth is too far.
Ah,
That's white
okay.
people behavior. I don't put shit on the floor in my mouth, please.
Just checking.
Technically, it's
That
also
is way too
African
far.
behavior because me, I've had
And I have
grass
shoes
in my
on.
mouth.
But Nyam, you're also the person who
What a
stays with
ghetto
a
child.
toothpick for 3 years, so we can't judge babe. But
She's the one for putting toothpicks in her mouth.
hey, she's that babe
Guys,
for if she starts with that toothpick at 10 a.m. At 8 p.m. when you meet her, it'll just be here
Gadhani.
on the header, just stalking with it doing this. You know, as people.
Say it ain't so.
I-
You have
Please,
decided
I
to
can call a
destroy my
witness. You want me to dial?
reputation.
You want me to dial, mom? You want me to call mom? I can call mom
Hey, I
now.
swear, mom
I have a
gets so
witness.
upset.
Please. Yeah, this one.
Mom doesn't like toothpicks in your
Yeah,
mouth.
this one I know at least they have a witness. And this one, the witness can't be in need. I'll call mom. Maybe say again I'm lying. I'll tell on you.
Mom identifies toothpicks in your mouth as the same kind of guys who have, a long pinky
Oh,
nail.
those uncles who do that
Lumpy
tickling thing in
nail.
the middle of your palm.
Yuck.
Yuck.
She identifies them as the same person.
Because they are.
Anyway, Morgan Wallen is who I've been listening to. He's so good. He's very country. Actually, my sisters don't understand why I like country music, but it goes down. It goes down. There's this song called Chasing You. He's like, chasing you like a shot of whiskey, burning, going down,
Not the
burning, going
accent.
down. It's my shit.
Jesus. Where did the accent come from?
Okay.
Betty Lou?
Well
Is that
done.
you?
I remember I am frolicking in the leaves.
Hey, Berry Lou, we've had you. Don't worry.
That's where the accent came from.
Wow. I'm so
Gadhani
glad.
said
Mary
Berry
Jane.
Lou. Wow. Mary
was
Jane
your accent?
What's
Wanjiko.
that country song? When mom came, one of the stop.
Where?
Wow. When mom came one of the trips, we took her to this old, it's not old, but yeah, it is. It's a small country town. But it's also really popular because they have like a bunch of vineyards up there. And there was this guy playing Take Me Home. Inaitwa? Take Me Home.
Country
Road.
road to the place. That's the
Yeah.
Kikuyu
Yeah,
anthem.
that one is technically a Kikuyu
I
song.
belong. Yeah, that one and you
Yeah,
better
that's
know
definitely
when to
that's
hold
a Kikuyu
us.
song.
Those are Kikuyu songs. Those are
No, the
anthem.
whole
One is the
them,
anthem, the
know
other one
when
is
to
the loyalty
hold
pledge.
them.
Okay, that's what those two are. Know when to run. You never count your money. Listen,
Ah,
It's a
when you're
Kikuyu
it's
song.
the
sitting at
anthem.
the
It's a Kikuyu song.
table.
There'll be time enough for counting when the deal is done. Hey,
When
that should be. That's like, like if Mau Mau, if there was ever a fight. Listen, if there was ever a fight now, in order to prove, like, how
not
there's a
Mau Mau,
password,
please.
that would be the password. I'm like, if there was a fight, if you want to prove, it should be like the person behind the door would be like, you better know
Whoa.
when to hold her. If you don't know the rest, you're not going into the club. That's what it is.
She said,
when
if
to
you don't know that
fold.
song, you're not Kikuyu.
Yeah.
Ash, don't try and correct. You are trying to correct me on relics. You on relics.
Us guys don't know
Don't
lyrics. The three
joke.
of us, we can just say we don't know. We
Fake.
create. So, this episode is going to be talking about fitness, body image, and all that jazz. So, figured it was time to give you a little trigger warning before we go into it. Remember, we are not professionals, we are not doctors, we are not coaches. We do not have certifications in anything sports med related. We're just giving you our advice and our stories based on personal experience. So take everything with a grain. Thank
Agreeing
you.
of what?
A grain. It could be rice, it could be salt. Up to you.
You are
Even
not a serious
Andengu.
character.
Even Andengu.
Oh, Ndengu is a
Hiya.
pulse.
Let's get into it.
A what?
Eh? What is a pulse?
Let's
Your
just go to
cactus.
the episode.
Let's go into the episode.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode. Today we are going to be discussing the sometimes touchy topic that is body image and fitness. We're going to talk about our journeys, what we think about ourselves, maybe, what has informed those decisions or those feelings, and all of that fun stuff. So, my first question to y'all today is, um, how do you define a healthy relationship with body image? Like, what does that mean to you? What does a healthy body image, like, if you're told, describe a healthy body image, what does that look like to you?
Hmm.
Not healthy necessarily with science. You are like, it is when you are top heavy, not like that. Doesn't have to be that deep, like scientifically, but
Well, here's what I'm going to say personally for myself. What
Mhm.
I feel like a healthy body image is when I'm not overly thinking about my body. You know what I mean? Like I'm just living life and existing and going through the day without that being a primary focus or being a thing. Like I'm not thinking about how my clothes fit. I'm not thinking about how other people are looking at me. That's when I feel like, okay, regardless of what my size is, at that point I'm feeling like I figured it out with that body image thing. And I've felt that feeling at different stages of my body, whether it be bigger or smaller, because obviously our weight fluctuates. Maybe later on in the episode we'll talk about like our history of that, but yeah, that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's um, when you have a positive outlook on what your body is doing for you. Um, so not just how it looks, but I think for me, like a healthy body image is also like my body being able to do the things that I need it to do. And maybe I'm just talking because I'm like my knees fail me sometimes, or like I used to have lower back problems. So like my body image is also affected by aches and pains, not just like the um whether it's like I feel like I'm bigger or smaller or clothes fitting or whatever. I think my body being able to sustain all the things it needs to sustain for me to be able to have a functioning life, without me feeling like I'm struggling, whether that's breathing or like climbing stairs, or standing for long periods of time, which was the case like when I was doing the baking. For me, a positive or healthy body image is being
Who that
positive
kitchen life?
in those things. Yeah, kitchen life can nini,
Kitchen
can
life is
can
hard, y'all. Kitchen life is hard. That
Can
yeah.
be.
standing for 8+ hours. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
and Gathani is like, never lived that life. Could not be me.
Honestly,
Princess, hashtag.
yeah, yeah. How about for you, Galani?
I think I'm a bit like Shiko, where for me it's not it's the moment where I'm not thinking about what I'm wearing or how it fits. It's the moment, actually for me it's the moment that I stopped caring what people thought about how I looked. um That for me is the moment I realized. So for me, it's not necessarily how I look, it's how I think or feel, is
Mental.
what determines. Yeah, it's more mental than it's physical, what my healthy body image looks like. Because the second in my head I have decided it's the thing, even though you don't agree with what I look like, and it might not work for you, if I'm okay with myself at that point in time, then it doesn't actually matter.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And to be honest,
Mhm.
you've really I think Gadani's body image of herself and her positivity has also really inspired me, like, to just in the sense that she really does not care what anyone thinks. And there's such a freedom to that. So I think that's also something I've only come into later in life. But for sure Gadani has been my guide along the path, you know.
And that's a good segue into like another question. Like, what has your history with how you view your body image been like since you were younger, growing into like now who we are at the ages that we are? Yeah, then you can start us off.
gang, for me, it hasn't been a. I remember the day I discovered I was fat, because we were like at I think a cousin's
I'm
house.
sorry.
Sounds
Wait,
so
Shiko.
dramatic. But like
Actually, only your sister can laugh at you.
no, but it's hilarious because the thing is you don't know that you're fat, and then it's always someone who makes you
I'm
realize
sorry.
that you're fat. No, no, it's fine. It makes
I
sense.
swear, it's not. That was not. It was just the way
Anyway,
that statement was said. But Nyam is right. Only a sister.
Only your sister can laugh at you. Uh-huh.
but yeah, I remember the
So
day
when
Yeah.
I
did you
discovered
find
I was
out?
fat. So we'd gone to someone's house. You know how when we're kids, you just end up, you have close enough friends or relatives whose house you just end up sleeping at, and they have clothes that would fit in. And then in that house that day, there were specific clothes I was told not to wear because I might stretch them out. Now, if I show you a picture of
Wow.
that child at
Damn.
that time, but if I show you a
Nyam.
picture,
Wait. No, wait. Sorry, Gadani, we're not laughing at you and we love you.
At you.
It's the audacity for
they
people
say
to be like,
I
Gadani,
know. Like,
clothes. You have to
no,
say
but
what the
like
just
it
like
was
fuck?
who these people are.
no, but she wasn't saying
I
it from like a
swear.
bad place. It was that thing
No,
of,
but like, what the fuck though?
it's true, but like for me, it was just like, oh wait, that means I can't just select. So I became more conscious about what like I wear, I guess, at that
Yeah.
point in
Mm.
time.
How
And
old
now
were
it
you?
became more of a thing. Probably like 10 or 11, I think it was about that
Okay.
time. So
Wow.
then it became a thing of like, if you hear squeaking, Oscar's decided to take his ball. I apologize in advance. Okay. Anyway, so um, uh, it was from that time where I had to start thinking about, should I cover my arms, or um, is my stomach big, or how tight are the jeans, or like that became a conscious thought I had to go through. And then like now at that point in time I was still wearing some of Nyam's clothes, but it became a thing of, if I'm stretching this person's clothes, then I have to be conscious about the clothes I'm taking from Nyam that might stretch out, because then I don't want it to be a thing that she's also having to think about, or stuff like that. And throughout my life, I've always been the heavier, quote unquote, of like the three of us, which, aunties being in there. Oh, why are you doing this? Why aren't you eating? Why are you doing this? So even like when I was doing basketball and I'd work out, what, 6 days a week, while like working out, I'd still be the heaviest. Like there was never a time where I wasn't the heaviest. But then I got
Oscar.
like, Ozzy, okay, you have to stop. Your tata said stop, okay. But yeah, so it became a thing of now he actually stopped. He's going to drink water. But it became a thing of now the consciousness, like the thought came into my mind. So even now, when it came to clothes and things like that, my idea wasn't buying clothes because they looked nice, so I felt good in them. It's how much could they cover? Because then also by the time I get boobs and everything and they're bigger, so then you go somewhere one day and it's just like, you go church one day in a like spaghetti strap, it's like, you are going to cause the boys to sin because your boobs are out. It's not that they're actually out, it's just this cleavage. So now it becomes a conscious thing of, where am I going? Boobs are a thing. Or your arms are showing, arms are bad, that kind of thing. This other person's like, your stomach ew, so you become like conscious about it. So I think that happened for a long time. And I think it took till I was probably in my 30s for me to actually get to a place where, in spite of my fatness, in spite of the fact that I was big, and that's probably the biggest I had ever been in my life, it's almost like a switch happened in my brain where it was just like, I think I saw something on Instagram that was like, the body you are in now is the same body no matter what size it's in. So just because you've lost weight doesn't change the body you're in. It's the exact same one in a different shape, size, or whatever. And it's that realization of being skinny doesn't make it better. Like, you still have, it's, I don't say body dysmorphia because I feel like that's more of a bigger deal.
It's a,
But like,
it's a clinical term also.
yeah, so it's not to that extent where it needs to be like talked about with like medical and all of that. But the image I had in my head had to change. I had to be okay with who I was in that size, because if I wasn't okay with who I was in that size, becoming smaller would not have made it better. Like,
Mm.
I'd still have been upset at something. If it was my arms when they were big, then it would have been they're too small, or they're too muscular, or they're too, like, the problem becomes different but the same arms. So it's a lot of mental work I had to go through, where it's just like, I'm okay. I look good. I might not be okay with how I look necessarily, but it's fine. Like, this is who I am, and it's who I am, and I will live and thrive in this space. I can't be waiting to get to a goal or something in order to thrive. So it's not like, when I become skinny, I will wear the dress. It's just like, buy the dress if it comes in your size and thrive in that dress. If you want to wear crop top, wear the crop top, because you'll still need to learn the confidence of wearing a crop top, whether you're skinny or not. So, like, wear the
The
damn crop top.
psychological aspect of it.
Exactly. Doesn't change
Yeah.
with the size of your body. So, I had to do a lot of brain work and being like, it's okay, you're fine. And fighting through the stairs. And if someone stares at you because you're in shorts, being able to come home and sit down and be like, what exactly about it is it that made you feel some type of way? And being able to work through that, so the next time someone stares, it's just like, it's hot, being able to tell people who are like, oh my god, you're so brave wearing a crop top. It's like, no, I'm not. It's cute. It's not bravery, it's just fashion.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
I don't know.
period. It's not
Yeah.
bravery, it's just
It's
fashion.
fashion.
Yeah, because
Wow.
people make it seem like, when plus size people do something, it's like, oh my god. I'm like, brave is someone who like went to war. Okay, brave is not wearing a mini skirt when I have thick thighs. I mean, like, seriously, it's, what is this concept the world has? So yeah, mine was a lot of mental work. Yeah.
Yam, how about you?
I think I've always been really small. And I think I had mentioned this in one of the previous episodes in terms of always being told I was so skinny. So for a long time, I actually thought I was too small. And I thought it was odd because I'm also, I think, probably the one who eats the most of the three of us, maybe. At least maybe even
Could
when
you
we were
tell your
younger,
aunties that?
generally. My portions are generally the larger ones. I'm the one who eat food that, without thinking about what the repercussions are. But it always blew me. I mean, it blew my mind that I was not changing. Like, I was, no matter what I did, I was just that same size. And I had mentioned how before, when I would say that, people would be like, "Oh, you're being ungrateful." Me, I would kill for your figure. Or, yeah, you don't know how the rest of us are trying to have a flat stomach. Or. But yeah, I still always wanted to be just a little bigger. And of course, I was skinny with a big bum. So for a long time, even I didn't see that as a good thing. I always wanted to have a kaflesh. And then I think even for me, like about the time I turned 30, thereabout, is when I started to get what I guess you would call the womanly body. I don't know. Like my hips filled out a little more.
That's such an auntie thing to say.
Yeah,
I know. I
because
was like,
that's
yeah.
literally what the aunties would say. Now you have become a woman. Now your body is looking not like a girl. Like whatever that means. Also, poo. I'm so bored. Anyway, um, the 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 body started to change, and I guess it's those things that you hear. I don't know, I think it might be folk tale, but that your body starts to retain food in a different way, or that kind of thing. Yeah, and then also in the pandemic I grew some boobs. Yeah, so I think because I had always wanted to be bigger, I was really thriving in that. I've really thrived in my 30s, but I also still felt like I was very, I think, relating my fashion to my body. I had like a weird time over there, just like trying to figure out how to dress it, what I like, what I don't like. But I don't know that that's really pertaining purely to body. And yeah, and so now I'm in the body I'm in. I work out. I feel like it's healthy. Like I said, for me, a healthy body is the one that can allow me to live my life fully. So regardless of how it looks now, I'm okay if I gain a little more. I'm okay when I lose some more. I think we're coming close. It's my birthday month, and my last birthday I was looking at pictures and I was like, God, I was so small.
Ooh.
I was so small.
Your
And at
last
that
birth
time, I
month.
didn't have, yeah, I didn't have an idea of how small I was then. But yeah, I guess that's been my journey so far. And in terms of fitness, it's like I played basketball and sports all of primary school and high school. I think in uni is when I was my unfittest, honestly. I don't think I did anything the whole time I was at Daystar, quite frankly. And then yeah, then in Kampala I used to
Other than
run.
hiking at the river.
Yeah, I mean, I guess walking from one
Running from
side
the
of
hyenas was the workout.
no, you're such, oh my god, so random. Anyway, yeah, but I think I've always been active after that. Like I ran, I was in a running group, went to the gym. There's a time I was doing spin, at home workouts. Yeah, so there's always been some kind of fitness in my routine. Hey, remember there was a
You
time of
remember when you were
Zumba
doing 5 a.m.
in
classes?
20. Yeah, and I used to wake up. Gosh, let me tell
Oh.
you, I've lived lives. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I don't work out at 5 a.m. anymore. But yeah, I've always had
Praise
some
the
kind
Lord
of
for saving you.
fitness in the vibe.
Hallelujah.
Amen. And you, Shiko?
Mishiko, my journey is a little bit more similar to Nyam's, where I was always very small, but I was also very active. Corona, please stop that chorus. I don't like it. I don't like it. Sit down. Sit down. Good girl. Anyway, yeah, I was always very active. I played a lot of sports growing up. And my eating habits were always very weird. Like I never was, it's so funny because now I'm a chef, but I never really liked eating food. So I felt like it was a waste of my time to like sit down and have a meal. You know what I mean?
I get that a
So
hundred percent.
yeah, so I would like I remember like mom would sit down with me and try and make me eat. Even the house help we used to have, like as soon as I come home from school, she's sitting me down and being like, Akishiko, just eat, Akishiko, just eat. But I want to ride my bike, I want to do this. Like I was that active child who always wanted to do something else but eat. And then I think in my teenage years, or like maybe like pre-teens, I'd say more than teenage, um I started watching all these TV shows. I grew up in the age of America's Next Top Model and like
Mm.
Tyra, Oprah's show, where all these eating disorders became such a big conversation of topic. You're being exposed to this very skinny, like Victoria's Secret model type body, because those are
Mm.
the shows that are going around, like when even the Kardashians and everything. So I think
Mm.
subconsciously I developed like those bad my bad eating patterns became even worse.
Mm.
um
Mm.
and I've always also like just liked healthy food, like my veggies. If you ask mom, like mom will always say like I wasn't the biggest fan of meats and everything. I would just eat fruits and
Mm.
veggies and everything. So already just being someone who liked that kind of stuff, and then like suppressing your hunger cues or whatever it was,
Yeah.
Mm.
my preteens were a little iffy with my eating. But through high school and everything, I was okay. Like I just remember my old habits, small meals, whatever it is. Like I love food. I really truly love food. But appetizers, like even up till now, are my favorite thing. I'd rather order like five appetizers and just try
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4 bites and be
Mm.
done than have like
Yeah.
one big meal of
Meal.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think during quarantine, or after college was like my most unhealthy time. Um, I think we were drinking a lot and we had just started our careers, and we were making a little more money. So we were like just eating out and like drinking. And then COVID happens and you're indoors. And yeah, we've always still like worked out, but
Mm.
our lifestyle was catching up a little more. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So I gained
Yeah.
a lot of weight during that time. um and now, like, I've been in a place of just like like discipline when it comes to working out rather than just going when I want. And I think it's the same
Mm.
with you guys too, like the
Mm.
discipline of these particular days or whatever it is. And I've started to notice my body has shrunk like a lot. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with my eating habits or whatever it is. Like I'm still eating, I'm whatever, but like I've become so much smaller, but I feel like that's my natural body almost.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
But even during that COVID time where I was still working out and everything, I think mentally how I viewed my body was still very positive. Even
Yep.
though now when I look back, I'm like, those were not healthy patterns. You know what I mean? Of how you were living and what you were
Mm-hmm.
consuming. So yeah,
That makes
that's
sense.
where
That's
I'm at.
cool. That's dope. On fitness, me, I don't know how I'm this person because I hated the gym, okay? I was scared of the gym. Gym people were scary, mean people. And now I'm a gym person and I
You're a
can't
gym bro.
the concept of it. Gym,
So when did
sir.
you like
You
start
know,
working out, Gazani?
in 2019. So I'd done high school things. I'd done a lot of like basketball through high school. When I finished through college, I used to walk a lot because like I had to get from the airport to the office to school. So I was doing a lot of walking, so not necessarily working out. I did a bit of those. You know how we used to hype each other up with Shanti, Sijui Zumba,
Hey,
Sijui,
Shanti
like
was a
just snippets
babe.
of those things. Hey, Shanti was the man, man.
What's the other
Hip hop something,
girl
hip hop
called?
20. Was it called hip hop 20?
Hip hop abs. Hip hop abs. No,
It was a
was it
hip
hip
hop
hop
thing he
abs?
Yeah,
had.
there was also
Then
hip
he
hop
had the
abs.
what's the one?
There were the Zumba
Insanity.
DVDs.
Yeah,
Then there was Zumba when we used to know everything. What was his name used to say? When we used to do
Zumba
Zumba
yake
almost like
yake
yeah, uh, uh, exactly. So we had a Zumba phase, but I don't know that fitness was really a thing. And then like Shiko, I went through a phase of my life where I used to just eat out. Okay, I ate out every day for like 3 years. So it had reached a point where it was wild. And so I moved to, as you guys were talking about stairs, I moved in 2019 to a new house and I was on fourth floor. And so there's a day my friend came to visit me and I escorted her to like the road, cool, cool, cool. And when I was walking back, I was, when your lungs feel pain from trying to breathe. I was like
When your legs
struggling.
don't work like they used to before.
Yeah, it was my
Yes.
lungs didn't work like they used to. My chest was burning. I said, where did I become this babe? I was so upset at
They'll
my
be like,
inability
you
to
need us
walk.
to keep loving you till we're 17.
It's 70. See this babe.
Kenyam, we were already 17.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh.
how is it till we are
No,
17 and what our
I don't
age?
care. I've remixed the lyrics. I want your lungs to live until they are 70. It is
You
what it
said
is.
17.
He said
I said
17.
70. I said
Oh,
70.
we had
Oh,
17. We
we
have
had
really judged you.
17.
So
Randoms.
I downloaded an app called something 30. I don't even know what the app is called. Anyway, it just gives you workouts. And I started with just doing like 5 squats, and I couldn't hold a 5 minute plank, and I just was dying. And that's how I started, just slowly in the house. And I did that.
Wait, you can
And then
hold a
that's where
5 minute
now,
plank.
Eh.
oh, I meant 5 second. My bad. But I can hold a 5 minute plank now. Let
You
me
Damn.
can.
share this episode. Hey, let me
Lies.
share this
Yeah,
episode with
Gadoni,
Seriously.
you
you.
have to do 5 minute plank. I need it.
Liz, I
Anyway,
struggle even with a 1 minute.
I
You're
feel like
just
I
here
can do at least
shaking like
two
it's
and a
the
half.
end of the world.
At least two.
Yeah, okay. So 5 second is what I meant. I was starting with a 5 second plank and I was dying,
Mm.
and 5 squats would have me hemming. And then I just grew from that. And then now, by the time now pandemic hit, I entered Chloe Ting. That's my shawty.
Whoa.
Chloe
You
Ting,
remember when
Heather
we used to do
Robertson
those
now.
challenges?
We
We
used to
Yam
really
do
was
the
did
so
those
fake. She
challenges.
never
challenges.
did them.
Yum
What
did
do you
at
mean? I
least
did
5 days for
them.
sure, one challenge.
I did all the challenges. Guys, I was doing them. Remember,
Why
we used to
you
have to check
always
in and send
lying?
pictures.
Why
Hey,
you
what the
always
fucking
lying?
lying?
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Stop lying.
Anyway, it's okay.
Oh my
Bruh,
god.
nah. Anyway, so I did that, Heather Robertson, those things. And then a friend of ours introduced us to the characters that are our coaches now. And I think it helped that they were normal people. Um, there was no expectation on your gym, because in my head I always felt like gym people are judgy. I felt like you needed to lose weight to enter the gym. I didn't feel like fat people should be in the gym. I know gyms are meant for fat people, but I felt like you need to fix yourself and reach a level of fitness in order to be worthy of a gym. And these people made it feel like it was okay, like Jesus, come as you are. Hallelujah. Growly. Anyway, so they made it feel like come as you are, it was okay. We'll figure it out as you grow or whatever it is. And that is how I've ended up being there for how long now? A year and it's just over a
About a
year,
year
I
and a
guess, like
half
6 months.
now.
Yeah. So yeah,
That
it
you do
is.
what?
And I've been
CrossFit?
CrossFit weightlifting. I'm a weightlifter nowadays. Don't joke with me.
Yeah, don't play with him.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Is that a hip hop song? Anyway.
Yeah, give me
Yes.
beso.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Estendo.
Extendo. Grr.
Gra.
Ra 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 ra. You're so good. Look at me
No,
doing hip
no,
hop.
please.
Chico and
Just
you.
a fake one.
Excuse me, guys. We're talking about Chico's fitness
Okay.
journey.
My fitness journey was I would also do those, like during quarantine we were all forced to figure out what to do at home, so that's how all of us were doing Chloe Ting, just random YouTube videos. I was doing a lot of skipping jump rope, because that's one piece of equipment we all have at home and you can do it practically anywhere. um and I found this. I think they're called jump rope dudes or jump dudes or something like that on
Hey,
YouTube.
those
Hey,
guys,
they'll
Kesayu. Wait,
they
wait, wait, wait,
will
wait,
they
wait.
will. When Gadoni was here, we did one together. I think we even have a video of it. Gadoni,
We
we
have a
should post
video
it.
of us little suffering. Guy,
Yeah.
even the
We
flashback
were
has
Lily
traumatized me.
suffering. Um, yeah. So I started there, and then about a year ago, almost a year ago, I started F45, which has, I think, changed my life. It's a circuit workout. It stands for fortified functional 45. And it's like every day is different. You come in and they'll tell you what it is that you're doing on the boards. When I was in Nairobi, I went for a class with Nyam because they have an F45 gym in Nairobi in Lavington. Yeah. Hey, you died?
Eh, I died. It's and you know it's only. I mean, the 45 is for time, so it's 45 minutes. The whole workout lasts just
Yeah,
45 minutes, but it is a death in 45 minutes.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it because you have to book the classes, so I know um I have to go for this particular time, or I'll get charged. So it makes me like disciplined because I'll save my classes at the beginning of the week, and book them for the whole week. So I'm like disciplined. These are the days that I'm going, these
When
are
you
the
say
times
get
that I'm
charged, you'll be
going.
charged extra,
Yeah, like
like a
because you're
fine.
taking a spot of someone. Yeah, because there's only
That's
so many people
excellent.
that can be in the gym at a particular time, and once it's sold out, it's sold out. So especially because me, I work out on prime time hours, 4:35, 30, 6:30, those classes
AM.
fill up. PM,
Oh,
where?
wait. I thought. Just checking, Shori.
I am not there yet. That is not my portion. That is not my testimony.
Amen.
Uh-uh. We give that one to Nyam
Yeah. If I
In the
ever go
past, she
back.
can't do it anymore.
in the past. Yeah. So yeah, so they'll charge you if you're a no show or late cancellation, which is less than 24 hours. Um, so yeah, I've been doing that, and they'll have like certain challenges at certain times of the year, and you'll be like put in teams. So there's a lot of that community aspect that I appreciate too, because Atlanta is kind of like one of those places where everyone is from everywhere. So it's nice to find, like, it's nice to meet people. You all have that similarity where you don't necessarily have your families here, but it gives you that sense of community, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And
That's
Yum?
cool. We're talking about fitness. I think I kind of covered it when I was talking about my body image. But yeah, like I played sports in high school, or rather, I played basketball in high school. In uni, I did absolutely
Let them know you
nothing.
are captain.
Yes, I
Please,
was the basketball
stop being
captain of
humble.
my high school team. Yeah, address me
Wow.
accordingly. Um, and
Wow.
then yeah, in uni I basically did nothing. I think maybe other than like walking to fun plans, I don't know. No, really I didn't do any workouts. I don't, not that I remember.
She
After
said she
that,
walked to
oh,
the party.
I walked to the party. Actually, I walked to work. That was my workout because remember I used to work on Modidi Road in Westlands, and I lived in Ngumo, so I would go into town and then walk from town to Westlands and walk back because also my salary was of that type,
Up those
and there's no,
hills.
yeah, and that time Museum Hill was a real Museum Hill. So yeah, so I,
Not a
I walked a lot in
bypass.
that time. Yeah, I walked a lot in that time. When I moved to Kampala, I did a lot of like random things first. But then I was part of a running group. We used to run the hills on Tuesday, Thursday. And actually, now that I think about it, that's probably where I shredded my knees entirely, on the roads of Kampala. Um,
Oh, not the
yeah,
hills. Wow.
we used to run on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The Tuesday run used to be about 4 kilometers. The Thursday one was like 7 kilometers. I was a real runner. Um, and
She's
then
a runner,
I
she's a track
transitioned.
star.
I did like Zumba classes. Yeah, and then And I think at the point, the last place where I lived, we used to have like a gym there, a real kienyeji one, where like even the weights are like one side is cement that was put in like a bucket, and the other side is a different size bucket. It was real kienyeji. But there was a like boxer type guy who used to come and wow, what a throwback. Yeah, but I used to do that, or Insanity, or those kinds of things. And then when I moved back, I don't think I did anything other than home workouts for a while, and then now I joined the gym at near my office at the time, at Methodist. Worked out there for a bit, and then I used to mix that up with spin. And then in the pandemic, of course, home workouts, clothing, and other randoms. I did a bit of walking as well. Yeah, so but then I really joined the gym now, same time as Gadoni, about a year and a half ago, and I absolutely love it. I was going just so that I can tire myself out enough to sleep. So that was my main goal. But seeing myself become stronger, fitter, like the things I'm able to do, like I've always hated burpees, and even now I hate them, but I can do more than 10. So seeing what my body can do has been really exciting. And then I also really love the community. I think it's, yeah, I've never had that before in terms of fitness. Like the fact that I would spend a Saturday going to hang out with gym people at like a competition is not anything that I ever thought I would do. So, but I think the community also makes it like an exciting thing for me. I've found like friendships there that I've had some other friendships for many years that maybe are not as close. Like I would show up for some people I know from the gym before I show up. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's because we die together in yeah, but yeah, that's been my fitness
There
really.
is great strength in suffering.
Yeah, I mean, it's like after you
Whoa.
have seen my butt sweat and my nini back, like just smelt me at my worst. I
You've
think
seen
we
me
are bonded
wigless.
for life.
That part.
You've seen
Exactly.
me wigless. What are we going to do?
Facts.
It's you,
What
my
are we going to do?
sisters, and my husband. That's it.
Exactly.
So we have to get you
Yeah.
to that level of friendship. So now, because
Yeah.
Nyam has touched on it a bit, do you feel like mental health, or like, yeah, mental health plays a role in your body image and fitness? And do you feel like the three of them intersect anywhere, like your body image, fitness, and like your mental health? Do you feel like there's a place where they come together as one? Come together as
That's a great
one.
question.
Oh.
I feel like yes, there definitely is for me because when I'm feeling low, I tend to not want to do anything, and when that means not going to the gym. However, at the same time, that's the one way that I know I'm in a low. You know what I mean? As because
Mm,
going to the gym makes me so happy, and like it really is a part of my life that just those endorphins after the gym, that like you're just so happy. Um when I'm avoiding a place that brings me joy, I know that I need to work on something internally.
mm,
That makes
So I
sense.
think
wow,
that's
that's
kind of how it intersects for me.
yeah.
Interesting.
Um, I think mine is kind of opposite because when I'm really stressed out is when I never miss the gym, because I feel like if I don't go to the gym, I don't sleep. I get I'm awake all night thinking, or I really get super anxious, and mostly at night is when I feel it like I get insomnia. So if I'm having a hard week, I'm gonna work extra hard to carve out time to go to the gym because I feel like it helps me steady myself. And part of it is the endorphins, but it's also like to be able to sleep. But I think also because I'm a bit competitive in nature, like pushing myself to do something that I didn't think I could do. Like when I conquer that, it makes me feel like actually I'll be okay or the week will go okay. So if like something's falling apart work wise or I'm just feeling a bit low. I'm like, okay, but I managed my workout. I did this deadlift. I had a max rep, you know. So then it gives, I don't know, it just boosts for me that I can do the thing. Even if I can't do these other things that are out of control, at least I was able to do this number of calories on the bike and I sorted that out, you know. So for me, I find that when I'm in a low space, or even like it's a difficult season, or even if I have to be there for someone who's going through something difficult, I'm like, I can't pour from myself without going to the gym. And I've had like a few embarrassing, I mean, at the time I thought they were embarrassing, but you know, like when you're in such a state that you're even crying like at the gym, like so
At
overwhelmed.
the gym.
Yeah, at the
Hey,
gym.
we've all
But
been
then
Right.
there.
after that,
All of us.
yeah, you know, because it's like it's the weight of everything happening outside of the gym, and then now being there in the moment and just being like, what's yeah. So, but I find that it's super helpful for me in terms of the fitness. I don't know so much that it intersects as much with like body image necessarily, but that's the correlation I see for me.
Mm. For me, with like mental health, it's that thing where I feel like it really helps me with. It's one of those things where if I'm not at the gym for a certain period of time and I've been going through a shitty period, the shitty period becomes shittier. It's like it gives me a release in some way, but also it's that release for I have really cried in the gym a lot. I'm sure like my coach would just that times it's just like, it's okay, go work it out, come back, or do you need a moment, or let me adjust the workout, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm just like, I can't breathe, but also this is where my air is, so I have to do the thing. Even though like I can't breathe. So I feel like in that sense it's helped with the mental health. But when I feel like it intersects with body image for me is in the opposite direction. So you know, a lot of people, when you feel like you need body positivity, or you need to have the mental health space when you're getting fat into loving your fat self. I feel like the gym has made me feel like I need to learn how to love my small self. So I feel like for me the mental intersection has been doing the work to love myself at a healthier place, like the fitter, chiseled shoulders starting to feel muscle come in. That space feels like more where I need to do the work, because I know how to love me fat. I don't know that, or I've been working through the fear of what skinny me would be, and would it change my, like, will it become then a thing that I hold on to so much that if something happened and I got fat again, then I'd have an issue, you know what I mean? So I've been doing a lot of like that's the mental work where it is healthy and it's good, but then like I don't know that I know how to be skinny, and I'm scared because nowadays when I look in the mirror I'm just like, oh my god, I can actually see, like, there's actual, you know, when you can see yourself be skinny, you're not being told. It's just like, I'm actually skinny. Oh my god, what am I gonna do with this version of myself? Because I know what to do with the other version. Like, how do we dress her? Knowing that now we've done the mental work where we're not just buying clothes to fit or to do, it's like, what makes her happy? How are we, you know, that kind of thing, like trying to enter that space again, I think is
Why
how
do you have to separate them though?
it feels like um it's not separating them, it feels like I'm learning this version of me because I've never been her. So it feels new, it feels like I'm meeting a new me. So in my head I've never been skinny, so now it's just like, hi, how are you? I don't know what to do with you. I know what to do with the other version of me, but this version I've never met. So what does this, like, who are we? Um, how do we love her? What does she need? Because then, what does love look like for a skinnier version of me? Because is it dressing a certain way? Is it a different thought? Because when you're fat, you think about how will I dress? What will people think? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what this version of me needs from me, and that's why it feels like not necessarily a separate person. A new, it's like an introduction to a new version. So it's learning the new version in the space that I'm in currently with fitness and mental health. Year. So I also wanted to know uh what advice, or actually what misconceptions have you had, or myths, surrounding body image and fitness that you feel should be debunked or cancelled? Like, what is a thought that you've had said so many times and you want to be like, fuck that shit? It's the first time I've cast, guys. I'm so proud of myself.
Lies.
Lies.
This
What do you mean?
season
Even
I've
in this
been
same
this
Why
episode?
the
season
fuck you
this
lying?
season, oh, I said, why you always? I didn't say that.
Girl.
Wonga.
Girl,
Run the tapes.
Yeah, run the
roll them
tapes. Let
actually.
Gavin
DJ,
tell her.
bring it
Tell her
back.
the
Wind
truth.
it back.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
sorry, you said how?
are there
What
any
are some
misconceptions around
misconceptions?
or myths around body image and fitness that you think should be debunked? Like, you wish you could go and be like, this is a lie, based on your journey.
Hmm. Personally, I wish I could have separated the two earlier. Like, I feel like I was sold. I then again grew up in the early 2000s where we are being sold thin eyebrows and no ass and like
Yeah.
skinny,
Actually,
skinny,
body,
skinny,
yeah, has
big
changed. Yeah.
boobs.
Low-rise
You know
jeans.
what I
Yuck.
mean? And now it's all like BBLs and like lipo in the waist. You know what I mean? So, because of that, I was sold that in order to be fit or to have a positive body image, you have to look that certain way. And for me, I almost thought that.
Wow.
Cornelius, did you hear that yawn? He's so
He's so
Wait,
dramatic.
that's a
dramatic.
yawn.
I
I
love
thought
it
the
so
guy was
much.
even
He said,
crying.
Wow.
wow.
He said, ah, I have to
He
let him
said,
out,
no, many
guys.
boo.
Sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
Commercial break. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Um, but yeah, so I feel like fitness became that if you're working out and working out enough, then you're going to have that skinny body. And now that I'm older, obviously, I realize that fitness comes in all shapes and sizes. Some people can be so fit, their quads, their thighs are just like defined, you know what I mean? But she's a size like 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know why I
Mm.
gave it in those
I
kinds
don't
of
think
sizes,
people,
but
yeah, I'm
you know
like,
what I
are
mean.
there odd number
Fashion Nova.
sizes?
That's what
Fashion
I was
Nova.
thinking. Kathani was gonna say that, but I was like, no one will get. But yeah, I gave
No,
Fashion
no,
Nova
we
sizes.
get it. We get it.
Mm.
Yeah. So fitness comes in all shapes and sizes.
Mm.
Mm.
Yum, do you have one?
Um, I think for me, I don't know that there's a specific one I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe like BMI. I think in my early college days, I think we were learning a lot about BMI, even from a school perspective. So to then become an adult or research later in life and just be like, I mean, that thing was developed with only white men, like in mind. So there's so many other factors pertaining to health, nutrition,
Mathematicians, even.
and even it's a mathematical equation. Yet there's so many people I know who would be like heartbroken to discover that based on this calculation I am obese. But really when you
And they're
go
making you do it in school.
fam, exactly. Yeah, even
Yeah,
even
in
I
high
think
school
even
in
at Daystar we used
PE.
to have to do BMI. So I think the thing I would say is
What?
like,
Where? How?
imagine, I think it's just an understanding that some of these measures are not created with an African perspective, or even women, and it's a lot of healthcare things that are not considered with women. The samples, the research were all conducted just purely on men. So I think the thing I would say is, while I don't know the details, like now I can't tell you the scientific reasons, other than that it's a mathematical equation. What I would encourage people to do is like do some research about the decisions you're making as far as your health, your nutrition, your fitness. And that's why I love what the guys we're working with now, because they can see, like your form is wrong, or based on this pain you're feeling here, maybe this is what you need to adjust. It's not like a rush for gains, just to do stuff. And even like listening to podcasts, like it's just maybe about a month ago that one of our friends put me onto like this podcast episode that was talking about even how your menstrual cycle affects like the food you eat, your protein intake, like the kind of workouts you should
The
be doing,
different
even based on
phases.
that. Yeah. And I think there's just like a lot more information that we can be taking in. And who knows, even maybe 10 years from now, even those ones will be told were some mathematical equation. But I think if you're coming at it from a place of knowledge or seeking some kind of, um, sources to back up the stuff, then I think you're in a better place regardless. Yeah, that's my thought.
First of all, realizing that women have like different phases and trying to figure that out based on that is already steps ahead of what the fuck BMI
Exactly.
is.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The fact that you can't have one
Yeah.
science thing across the board for sexes. Like women have their
Yeah.
own thing, but yeah, that makes sense. For me, it would be that gym people are not mean. Because I feel like when you're in the gym, you're so busy doing whatever the hell you need to do that you don't care about one who's watching you, how it looks. Like it's just so much work. What's happening in your head? You're just like, I need to do this damn burpee. I don't have time to check if you wore the right clothes. Or, but I don't have.
That's
That's
why I
not
have
something that's
beef
a
with
priority
people
for
trying
me.
to correct my form who are not coaches.
Yeah, because like, why are you in
Yeah.
my business?
I'm like, exactly. Are you not working out?
Yeah. And if you're those type of people, you need to go and do home workouts because we don't want you in the gym. You're destroying it for us. We need
I thought you just
positivity.
said that gym people are
Like,
not
if you
mean,
found
and now
yourself,
you're telling people to go home.
yeah, I'm just like, no, because you see, sometimes, no, because sometimes they come and they're
She
like,
is the
oh,
mean
you're
girl.
home.
She's the drama.
No, I'm not the drama. I'm trying to chase the drama because I'm just like, if you're going to look at someone and be like, I think you can lift heavier. Are you their coach? No. Then shut up, please. It's not your job, okay? Keep your accountant job. Talk to people at your desk about it. Don't tell me about it. If you're not my coach, I don't want to hear from you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
She's decided today Karen
She
is an
said
assistant. Oh, not
violence.
an assistant. What did she say?
Accountant.
Karen is an accountant, okay? And if
Accountant.
it's Karen,
Oh.
she's probably the accountant's PA. Don't tell me about what my form is unless you're my
Oh
coach.
my
Like,
God.
don't come at people. Don't come at people in the
Okay.
gym. Don't make it. Don't make the gym an uncomfortable place for people. That's what I'm saying. It's meant to
Yeah.
be for vibes.
Okay.
If you're not a vibe,
Okay.
cancel yourself, or we will cancel you. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Wow.
guys, let us know about your fitness journey, your image on your body. Like, how has that changed? What is it that influenced how you see yourself? How have you gone through that? What does that look like for you? And as always, you can find us where she come through it to you. Let them know.
Ooh, pressure, pressure, pressure. You
You
can
got this,
find us on
Shawty.
all socials at OKKiasi. That is OKAYKIASI.
Gang.
If you do not want us to see your socials, you can send us an email at okkiasi@gmail.com. It has been a pleasure. Thank
Guys.
you for joining us on this episode. And as always, I am Shingo.
I'm Nyam.
And I'm Gadoni.
This has been OK Kiasi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.